Guys, listen, hot girl summer is officially in full swing and the ladies are showing out in Houston this time of year. It is bananas out there. It is going dumb out there. And you guys know previously I covered about the whole herpes thing going on in Atlanta, as well as other STDs. But to see this going down in Houston, man, listen. Ladies, what are we doing? What is going on, man? But I'm not gonna hold y'all. We're gonna go ahead and play this clip just to see how serious it's getting with these hot girl summers, man. Let's go.
New at 6, an alarming health trend impacting a lot of women across our area. Syphilis skyrocketing in Houston. Good evening, I'm Keith Garvin.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Daniela Guzman. Well, the Houston Health Department is calling the sharp rise in cases of the sexually transmitted disease an outbreak. KPRC 2's Andy Sirota live in Sunnyside, where a community meeting was held today about this. Andy?
Danny, Keith, a number of medical directors from some of the community-based health clinics attended that meeting here today at the Sunnyside Health and Multi-Service Center, along with members of the Harris County and Fort Bend County Health Departments. Of all the cases Houston health officials are seeing, it's predominantly women of color who were most impacted. Nationally, there's been an uptick in syphilis cases, and health officials here say in many ways Houston is no different when it comes to what's happening in many major urban areas across the country right now.
As a large urban jurisdiction, we've got to be really aggressive in our response when we see these kinds of cases, because we have millions of people who may be at risk.
Since 2016, syphilis cases in women have increased by 128%. New infections rose from 1,845 in 2019 to nearly 3,000 in 2022. Cases involving women who passed the infection onto their baby during pregnancy soaring from 16 cases in 2016 to 151 in 2021.
To see the numbers rise in this alarming rate really sounded the alarm for us.
128%? Wow. The clinics, I think it's gotten to the point where basically if you want to get checked out, it's free tests. It got to be going on for something like that. This is crazy. And then the black women have the highest rate of contracting this disease. And we can get into the whole condoms and stuff like that, which we'll address later, but what's really going on? And obviously you can pass this on to your kids, and there's a higher rate of women that are pregnant that have this, and especially within the first trimester, these things that could lead both the mother and the baby to be deaf. And I think, was it blindness as well, if I'm not mistaken, man? Let's get back to the video. Sheesh.
Houston health officials urging pregnant women to seek prenatal care and syphilis testing to protect themselves from an infection that could result in the death of their babies. Untreated syphilis during pregnancy can result in a stillbirth.
We're waiving fees, so we want to encourage folks to come in and get services.
Local health officials say they're seeing a lot of co-infections of HIV with syphilis, along with gonorrhea and chlamydia. The health department is working with medical providers and collaborating with its community-based partners to increase awareness of the outbreak and enhance testing and treatment in Houston neighborhoods. Some hot spots that health officials are watching include areas of southwest Houston and some areas up on the north side. Syphilis, we were told, is easily treated with antibiotics. If you have questions about testing, you can call the Houston Health Department hotline. That number is 832-393-5010. Live in Sunnyside tonight, Andy Sirota, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Andy.
Baby, go ahead on up there to that clinic and get you an antibiotic. You feel me? Go ahead and get you that. We know this is a sexually transmitted disease. Now, women at risk, the infection is super high. Obviously, if you're having same sex, and it's mostly pointed to men when it comes to this, a lot of you men who are also bisexual and then dealing with women as well as men, you're just increasing the rate. So you guys need to be more honest with what it is that you're doing, because the highest transmission of a lot of these STDs that they mention, HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all these things, is same sex. And with same sex goes into the bisex transmitting it, and it's just not a good look. Ladies, I did a story before, and I'm speaking from interpersonal interaction, and men that I know, a lot of times, and even I've had covered videos where women say that having sex with a condom is bougie. You don't really want to have sex with a condom. A lot of women that you come across don't have birth control, which is something completely different. But it's just when it comes to some women, a lot of black women, they just throw caution to the wind and just say, I'm not on birth control. There's no sort of prophylactic, and basically raw sex is just where it's at. And that's what's causing a lot of these issues, the propagation of it. And a lot of people know they have it and they're not telling the other ones, even when they do, not require them to wear a condom. So let's get on to the next clip. Let's go.
So if y'all don't know, I stay in Houston, right? So my sister gonna text me today. I'm thinking she checking up on me. Let me show y'all what she sent me.
Name is Booshtag. Hashtag Booshtag, that is, who is moments away from arriving to take his...
She gonna send me that, like... Girl, what do you think I'm doing here? What? You just talking about some be safe out there. Are you trying to be funny right now? I didn't even text her back, cause what? But no, though, y'all for real be safe out there, cause people don't care these days. And if they real delusional, they might give it to you just to keep you.
So let's talk about the syphilis outbreak in Houston, Texas amongst women. So the numbers have increased by 128%. Back in 2019, there were only 295 cases. Last year in 2022, it went up to 674. Newly diagnosed cases are up 57%. And what's also concerning is the increase of congenital syphilis. So women who are pregnant with syphilis are passing it to their babies. A woman who is pregnant with syphilis can have a miscarriage, premature delivery, and even stillbirth. In Houston, congenital syphilis has increased by 844%. In the United States, 700%, with the target areas of the South and the Southwest. Now, syphilis is easily treated with penicillin if caught early, but if left untreated, it can cause severe health complications, with the worst being death to both mom and baby. The health department is waiving all of their clinical fees for sexually transmitted infections at their health centers. They're also going to screen women more often who are pregnant, so at their initial visit, in the third trimester, and when they deliver their baby. So there's different schools of thought on why this is happening. In 2020, 11% of women had no health insurance, and 7 million women who are of childbearing age have little access or no access to maternity care. Other studies have shown that women who suffer from substance abuse are at higher risk for syphilis because they will do more transactional sex.
So she's basically saying the reason why this could be, or one of the main reasons why this could be, is lack of maternal care, lack of health care, lack of health insurance. When there are a lot of free clinics, ladies, condoms don't cost that much at all. Not saying they're 100%, but hey, it's a step in terms of these things. Interviewing your partner, just asking them. I'm not saying that's 100% either, but just having these conversations, which is strangely enough, a lot of people don't do. Yo, let me see your STD results. What's cracking with it? I had a young lady ask me one time, I'm like, you want to see my STD results? Hey, you can go that far, but some people say they don't have time for that either. I think they're very inexpensive at-home kit if you trust them. I've seen them around the way. But ladies, somehow I know it's going to be the man's fault. And men, you are responsible just as well as women. You're responsible, ladies, for who you allow in your womb. Fellas, you're responsible for who you sleep with also, and who you give the D to. Anyway, let me know you guys' thoughts on this whole thing. 128%, and the other one was 844% for congenital. Man, comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Helps us support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. This is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah. 50 Cent. 50. Part 2. Bring it back. Yeah. Can't forget Tony. 50. UK.